Hi everyone, Lisa here from Flosstube Stitching. I hope everyone had a good week. I am downstairs today in my kitchen. Hopefully my kitchen doesn't look too messy behind me. And hopefully my bird is not going to be too loud. I can hear him talking right now saying, "What you doing, pretty bird?" So hopefully he quiets down a little bit. The dog is being quiet in the living room, so hopefully that means he's behaving and not chewing something up. So I just checked on him a moment ago and he was laying nicely. So let's see if we can get through this. So I had some stuff already out on my kitchen table, so I thought rather than hauling it upstairs, let's just try to do the video here. So we'll see how far we get. So what did I do today? Nothing too exciting, just typical running around. Grocery shopping, all that good stuff. We really didn't do much this weekend. Just went to the park and splash pad yesterday. Just kind of took it easy this weekend. I want to thank all my subscribers, up to 147 subscribers. Your support is greatly appreciated. And thank you very much for the kind comments from Karen from KB Studio Creations and Moonshine Stitcher, or Moonshine Crafter, sorry. Greatly appreciate those comments, ladies. And I also want to thank Stacy from 911 Stitcher, the 911 Stitcher, for hosting a Zoom stitching meetup last night. I really enjoyed it, so thank you very much for hosting that, and I was glad I was able to pop on. If anyone hears of any other Zoom stitching meetups, I'd love to hear about it. I would love to host some myself, but it's just hard for me to actually commit to a time frame that would be uninterrupted on a continuous basis. Or even if I said I was going to host it tomorrow, that might not happen with my husband's work schedule and a 5-year-old. So, but if anyone hears of any other ones going on, I'd love to hear about it. And then if I'm able to join, I would love the opportunity if possible. All right. So, my haul for this week, not much. I did though order and make it the next day, because I just ordered it from my local needle workshop, Stitch It Central, and then have my husband pick it up, is the Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. Everyone was raving about the patterns. I guess my thing is I'm not a huge Halloween person, really, as far as decoration goes. But there are cute patterns in there for sure, and have earmarked some patterns that I'm interested in. But again, not a huge Halloween person. So yeah, but I think that was well worth the money. All right. So as far as what I did this week, I didn't really do anything that went with the prompts for enchanted stitches or magical stitches. I don't know, nothing just really spoke to me, but I did work very well on my August acrostic for 24 hours across stitch, so I was happy with progress I got on those. I think there's only a couple that I haven't touched yet, so I'm well on my way to have one of those completed, and that's been quite a while since I did that. Coming up though this week, I do have a number of different prompts for enchanted stitches and magical stitches that I think I will be able to partake in. I hear my dog moving on the couch. I don't hear him chewing anything, so I think we're okay still. I'm worried about the remote, but it's fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, so what I worked on this week, let's see here, what's on the top of the pile. I did work on some of Holly Jolly Farm. So the big piece here from Hands On Design. I have to say, going back to this chart, it's very small. And I never really noticed it before. So what I did some more of the bottom of this tree. Is basically all I did. So not a whole bunch, but a bit. So that's good. Good to get that out again. And then next I worked on a little bit of Snow Village. And I worked on this one here. So I think I completed the sign all together, finished around the door, and I started on the roof. And the red in the, right in there too. So that's coming along nicely. So happy with that. And then, actually before I go on next, I'm just going to pause this and just check on the dog real quick. Alright, and I'm back. And he was fine. So, you know, it's like a toddler. If they're quiet, then you worry, but he's being very well behaved, so good for him. So next that I worked on was Cinnamon Stars. Needle out of the way here. So it worked on, like I finished the concrete, for lack of a better term, around, I guess the cement, I don't know, around the rocks on the side, and then did a couple stripes of the fill-in for the house. And okay, you can't really tell, but there's a couple little white X's there in the 1 star. Oh, now the dog is here under the table, so at least I know where he is. Here, Sally, come here. Come sit down here. He was looking at what we call the shoe buffet that is by our front door. Sit down, buddy. That was that one. Then I also worked on Winter Joy. Just trying to show that. There you go, and not the pattern. So Winter Joy from this cross stitch Christmas last year. So we basically just worked on the snowman. There is another, when I was working on it, I noticed that obviously I need at least one more row at the bottom there of the snow, if not more. And if I had noticed that when I started, I would have just finished that off, but I didn't. I was working on the snowman. And then I realized that I still need, the yellow color, so I need the bittersweet, and I need the chives for the tree, which I didn't know I didn't have. And I don't have them anywhere that I can find. They might be in another pattern somewhere, but I'm not sure. But then when I was looking, I don't know what group it was on. It was on one of the cross stitch groups. I don't know if it was Stitching with the Housewives or someone else, but they had done an ornament. I don't know who the design, oh, maybe it was just on Instagram. They had done an ornament. I think it was for Jolly July. Yeah, it might have just been on Instagram. And how they finished it, it looked, I called it vintagey, and commented that I really liked how it looked. And then looking, sorry, I just flashed the pattern there. Looking at that one, and just cross stitch, that's right beside, that little snowman. I thought that that would be an interesting technique to try. They had placed it on like a wood ornament, and then it looked like they just glued it down, and then they put like glitter on it, and yeah, it just looked aged, and yeah, really cool. So so looking at that ornament, maybe I'll stitch that one up and try something like that. I don't know where you would find any like just wood cutouts. Like you'd think you'd find them at Michael's, and maybe you will come closer to Christmas. I was there today and didn't really see anything that would work, because I'm going to show you another project that I'm working on for my son's daycare teachers. But yeah, so I'm going to keep my eye out for something like that, because I really like that look that one stitcher did on Instagram. All right, then also I started 4 boys and a Newfoundland girl. Started a Sal through her Etsy shop, Woodland Sal. I really need to figure out what hashtag she's using and then put it up. So part 2 was released on Saturday. I hadn't started part 1 because part 1 and 2 make an ornament. So I was waiting for part 2, and then I would just middle start. Kind of defeats the purpose of the Sal, but that's fine. So this is part 2. I think there's going to be 2 more ornaments, so 4 more releases, then I think you get a bonus one as well. So this is the first one. So this is 2 parts. So the first part that was released was the bottom, and then Christmas 2020. So that's number 2 is the bear part. So this is how far I got with that. I did do some changes to make him a little bit more symmetrical, just because that's how I am. And then also just changed the words a little bit. Just not the words, just the letters, just to, again, the symmetry was bothering me. And again, that's just personal, so nothing to do with the pattern. It looks fine if with how it's charted. It's just not okay with me. That's all. But yeah. And then so my last start, so I started Friday, I think I started. Also in the Stitching 9-in-1 Facebook group that Stacey is the admin of. They had posted a little bit of a challenge for 500 stitches, something that's summery, and I think there's I think there's needle minders up for grabs at the end of this challenge. So for my son's summer daycare, I wanted to come up with something for the teachers, and so I wanted to do maybe something with their initials. Just looking at the door. And I wanted to do something summery. So I found on Etsy, Creative Genius, these letters. So I thought those were cute. It was like 3 something for the pattern. And then the initials I needed were G for Janessa and H for Harrison. Those are his teachers. So I started that Friday and I finished them today. So there's H. Little crab. Pretty much did all the called for. The little legs are a little bit different color because I didn't have any the reds that I called for. And then there's G. G's pretty much all called for. Little starfish. So these are done on 16 count Ada. This is Ada I just found at Value Village. It's like more of like a creamy sandy color. Yeah, so then I just stitched them in opposite corners just for make finishing easier. And I got a couple 3-inch hoops So I think that's how I'm gonna finish it. I went to Michael's today to see if I could find anything maybe on sale or leftover from summer that I could use to finish them on, but no such luck. So I did work a bit on the model stitching that I'm doing for Karen at KB Studio Creations. That's coming along quite nicely, so I should have that done for when I need it done for her. Birth record, I don't know if I worked on it this week at all. Sorry, he just keeps walking around here, buddy. Just sit down. But I'll make sure it's on the list for one of the challenges this week, so it'll get worked on for sure. As far as plans go, I am planning on starting Pandemic on Friday the 14th. So that is for Katie from the Crafty Peacock's birthday Sal. So that's hashtag Pandemic B-Day Sal if you want to join in on that. And then I am also going to join in on Carla being crafty as Black Cat birthday Sal. So hashtag Black Cat birthday Sal. I'm going to start mine on Saturday the 15th, which I believe is her birthday. Nose down. Sorry, now he's looking for trouble off the table. And for hers, is it going to be easy for me to show? Maybe I'll show the pattern. Maybe. Not well. Hard to see this without me showing the pattern. So this little guy from the Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine. Let's see if I can. So it's this one here. I'm gonna start him. And the main reason I picked him, like I like the pattern and everything, is that I found some black coffee from another project I haven't started yet that I can use for him. I don't know what I'm gonna do for fabric though. Haunted. So it's stitched on Haunted. I was looking at my fabric just before the video. That blue that I had thought is too blue. I don't know. I'll have to take another look and see what might work for that. Now he's laying under the table. What a good puppy. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but we've really noticed since March, since we've been home more. Well, I wouldn't say we've been home more, but someone's been home, obviously, or he's been in the kennel with everything going on with COVID. That he's really grown up as a pup and is really, really well behaved lately. So that's good. Still need to work with him and the kitten a little bit more with Arlo. Arlo came down today when he was not on a leash or anything, and there was some running through the house, which I guess is to be expected. But with our old cat, like, she would just like kind of stay out of his way, or like go right upstairs, or not take anything from him. And she was bigger too, so I'm just worried with him being a kitten, if Sully does decide to, even if it's play, grab onto him, that there's not a lot to grab on, right? So so we're just still taking it little steps at a time, introducing those two. But Arlo has upstairs that he's fine with and is behaving well, and so soon they'll all be integrated together. So that was a little bit of a tangent there, but that's my animal update. Yeah, so those are my plans. So Pandemic, and then that Black Cat pattern for Black Cat birthday Sal with Carla, and other sales that are still going on that I'm part of but haven't really touched recently would be Home for Christmas Sal. So That's a Christmas pattern with situation normal. So hashtag HFSSAL, Humble Honey Sal. So that's the Humble Honey pattern from Hands-On Design, and I was doing that with Becca from Sambury Stitches. She's already done hers though, so it's just me. But feel free to join in, hashtag Humble Honey Sal. And then my birthday Sal from April, which is hashtag Clem Sal, so Clementine from Plum Street. Samplers, which I know Moonshine Crafter is still working on as well, even though I think she put hers away, but that's okay. I haven't brought mine back out, so she's still ahead of me. So I think that's everything for this week. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at what I have planned for this coming week and put it all together in a bin, and then they're all together and I know what I should be focusing on. Yeah, so that's everything. Hopefully everyone is staying well. Everything's going fairly well here. Cases have been low, I think 0 yesterday, 1 today, so that's good. So we're just plugging away, and talk to you next week. Bye.